Hayden, it's excellent to have you here.
Thanks for having me.
So, I watched an incredibly disturbing video maybe a week ago, maybe a little bit longer, and you were in that video.
Yeah.
And a very angry man, aggressive man, was also in the video. Can you tell us what happened? Can you tell us the story?
Yeah. As a field representative for the Leadership Institute, it's my job to help conservative students across California to organize clubs and host events and that sort of thing. And on February 19th, some students at UC Berkeley asked me to come help them recruit new members. They wanted to do a demonstration in protest of the hate crime hoax that was perpetrated by Jussie Smollett.
Right.
And I thought that was a great idea. So we met around 10 a.m. and we set up a table and we started to make signs and make everything look good. And one of the signs we came up with was hate crime hoaxes hurt real victims. And I think that was the sign that really triggered this guy to want to attack me. And so it was a good event for most of the day until the very end. And when these guys came up and just started yelling at us, and then I began to record the situation because I wasn't sure if my safety or the safety of the students I was with was in danger.
Very powerful to have that video testimony.
Yeah, it's crucial actually, because if there was no video, there'd be no evidence.
He said, she said.
Yeah, it'd be hard to really find out what happened.
But so from your perspective, you're there, you're videotaping something, this guy's yelling, taking issue with this particular slogan, sign on your booth. What happens? Just give me, what are you experiencing here?
So in this moment, it was about 3:30, and I was with the president of the club, and we were talking to a potential new member. He approached our table and was interested in what we had to say, so we were talking to him when one guy comes up behind the table and starts yelling at me and cussing at me. And as I said, in that moment, I pulled out my phone and started to record. And when I did that, I hoped it would make him go away.
Right.
Because, I think nobody wants to look like they're doing something crazy on camera. And it did not diffuse the situation. In fact, it escalated to them smacking my phone. And I went to pick it up, and when I did, I pulled it, and you can actually see on the video him flipping over our table, and then I pull up to his face, and then that's when he starts pushing me and punching at me, and he swatted my phone a couple more times, so it was hard for me to catch the whole thing because of that, and I was being attacked at the same time. But fortunately, some students nearby were witnessing what happened, and took it upon themselves to record as well. So we have a good
different perspectives.
Yeah, and it's a more comprehensive detail of what happened.
It must be surreal watching this video.
Yeah, I'm still not sure that I'm not in a coma right now, and this is all a crazy dream, because it is really, it's really unreal.
A lot of adrenaline in that moment, right?
Being here, as a result, is unreal. But yeah, in that moment, it was really scary because he, when he's attacking me, I'm trying to put my hands up just to make distance. That's it's a
very natural
response, right?
Yeah.
Inadvertently touching him, and he's like, "If you touch me, I'm going to shoot you." Yeah, and this is in the middle of school, and so I didn't know if he had a gun, if he was actually going to shoot me, what was going to, it was a very scary situation.
Wow. There's two questions I have actually. One of them has to do with, I want to know what you meant by that slogan actually, that hate crime hoaxes create real victims.
They hurt
real victims. Yeah.
So our idea was that the people who have really, Jussie Smollett lied about what happened. He orchestrated it and said that he was a victim of racially motivated violence, and it wasn't. It didn't happen.
I mean, he's not convicted, but the police chief was as definitive
it looks to be
as
that
I've
way,
ever
say,
seen a police chief be. So
yeah. So it seems that it was a hoax.
Right.
And so it was our idea that, and on top of it, he was smearing our group, basically. A lot of us support the president.
Right.
And he was blaming this lie on, so it was all very strategically manipulative. That
To make the president look bad.
the president, yeah, and anyone...
And anyone associated with him or supporting him.
Exactly. So we wanted to make a stand and say, that this incident was egregious in many ways, because the people who have actually experienced, like I said, racially motivated hate crimes or things of that nature, when you lie about when you say that you've experienced that and you haven't, first of all, it cheapens their experience, because you're disrespecting them.
Sure.
The next, and moreover, the next time it happens, it really actually does happen to someone, and they come forward and their story gets out, the people will doubt them, because it's like the boy who cried wolf.
And everyone's saying that, whether it's, left or right. Yeah.
And so that was the main idea behind it. And now we have become victims of sort of a hate crime, if you will, because they're projecting this animosity that they have because of this incident, because of this president, onto us, and actually victimizing us now, in addition to those other two messages.
So this is the thing. This is my other question, actually, which is like, why did this guy get so unhinged, do you think? I mean, what was your sense? What was I don't know if I didn't catch a lot of the audio.
I've thought about it.
What was being said, but what was he really objecting to? So, and it was a passionate objection. This guy was, I don't think he was like, this wasn't like a cold, calculated move. This guy was freaked out and attacking.
To be fair, that sign, I think, was the one that really, we had other signs. We had like, we support our president, this is MAGA country, to say, this isn't what we stand for. What Jussie Smollett claimed to be true and what we represent is not. But it was the hate crime hoaxes hurt real victims sign that he was pointing at, and he was saying, what is this? Like, you're promoting violence. Ironically, he said that right before I got attacked.
So you think he misinterpreted it?
Well, yeah. And again, there was actually two people. One guy came up and yelled at me, and when I started to record him, another guy started attacking me.
Okay.
So,
right. Of course. Yeah.
So
okay.
just to be, to be clear.
Yeah.
And I've thought about that a lot, though. Why would it make him so mad? Because really, we're just exposing the lies and giving our perspective on it. And so I think the reason it prompted such a reaction out of this man was because he has to defend the belief that Trump supporters are violent, racist, bad people.
I see.
And that hate crime hoaxes don't even happen. Like, they're real, and which they do.
So it's kind of a cognitive dissonance.
Exactly.
And it sets you into this.
It causes you either have to change your beliefs or reject the new information. And I think this was his...
He wasn't ready to change his beliefs.
This was his... And it causes a physical pain response.
Absolutely.
And so I think this was his way of manifesting that sort of, confusion.
So there's apparently a warrant out for him, is that right?
I've heard from campusreform.org, our sources there, that there is a felony arrest warrant out for his arrest as of the past 24 hours. And
so the aftermath of this, are you worried? You've obviously gotten quite a bit of support, I can see, certainly among the conservative voices I've been watching through the Twitter lens. Not always the best lens on reality, of course, but certainly a lot of voices in your support. Do you feel safe? Do you feel like
I do feel like I'm now a target for some of these other left-wing extremists that are willing to be violent. I'm definitely got a target on my back now because it's gone viral.
Well, your name's out there.
Yeah, so
you're on the show, right?
Yeah, I do think about that, and so I'll be a little more cautious in the future when I do anything. But there has been a lot of support, which is very encouraging to me and very heartwarming that I have people that care and that want to support me and everything. However, and that is I can't say how much I appreciate that. However, there are some people like at Berkeley, for example, some students and even some faculty, some employees of the university that were praising the guy who attacked me as a hero, and publicly.
Is that even
publicly.
serious?
Yeah, they weren't even
Really?
They weren't even anonymous. Campus Reform has an article about the faculty member, and they include screenshots of the tweets from some students as well. Just really, it's really disgusting.
So they're supporting the violent suppression of free speech, basically.
On college campuses. And this isn't just a problem for UC Berkeley or California. This is on every major college campus in the country.
That sounds like one of the most un-American things I've ever heard of.
It is. And to be honest, I think the same reason they don't like our president is the same reason it's because they don't like America. They don't like freedom of speech. They think, they have an idea that anything they don't like should be censored. And I think this was a good example of that.
Fascinating. Hayden, listen, thank you for taking the time. I can see you're healing up well, and I can see you're getting into the thick of things. So, good luck with your future work.
Thank you so much, and thanks for getting the story out.
Yeah, appreciate it.